As we are assembled here, we are of mixed ages. We have the young and the old. As we are here, we have people with various titles, various educational backgrounds, and we have come here together. We have come to define the destiny of Homa Bay. At the end of our sitting in this place, the people of Homa Bay and the people of Kenya expect service. So with all our titles, with all our professional backgrounds, with all the skills we have acquired, we are going to display them to have a better county. Because at the end of it, we are going to be rated. And how are we going to be rated? This is what is key. With all the millions of words we are going to speak, we are going to share, how are we going to be rated? That is what will justify our stay in this place. That is what will justify our enjoyment in this place. Dr. Gili has clearly stated that we are now enjoying the blue economy. It is true, we are going to enjoy. And we will continue to enjoy. And how many people are going to enjoy this blue economy as a result of our being here? These are the key things that the Homa Bay will expect from us. Homa Bayans may not know that there is something we have come here to do unless they get it in form of a service. So I just want to plead to each and every one of us that for us to achieve the objective, then we must work as a team. The old must share whatever they have with the young. The young will also have to share with the old the emerging issues that are key, that I've discovered out of innovations and creation. So, I just want to say that today is a bit relaxed session. It's a bit relaxed. But what are we going to come out of this place with? We better open our ears, exercise our tongues, and do the best for this county. This is the county that has created for you an opportunity to serve. So if it has created an opportunity for you to serve, can we also create opportunities to others also to serve in various fields? I'm sure that at the end of it, we are all going to enjoy. Both the people here will enjoy, as well as those people who are at home will enjoy. And when we enjoy together, I'm telling you, we will all celebrate and make merry. Your Excellency, you have shown us the way. When we started as two. The CEC members joined us. The chief officers also joined us. The directors have also joined us. And each and every vacancy has now been filled. Can we unite and work as a team? Can we prove to other counties that we are capable, that we are able? There are two words that may be running up and left, that we want to become efficient and effective. And these are the words we have come here for. I know that you might have gone to other workshops. You must have gone through other sessions. But I believe that this one is going to be the best of the sessions that you will remain to enjoy in this county of Homa Bay. With all those many remarks, it is now my singular duty to invite Her Excellency to come and address us. Thank you so much.
Asante sana, please be seated. Asante sana, Excellency DG, Mheshimiwa Joseph Oyugi Magwanga Wonochieng, aka Tiacha. Governor Emeritus, Governor Laikipia, Excellency Nderitu Murithi, our Speaker of the County Assembly, Honorable Julius Odhiambo Gaya, the Sudan, members of our cabinet, the CCs, Deputy Speaker, who's also area MCA, our chief officers, our directors, our deputy directors, and all protocol observed. Good morning. Good morning again. Use olgokinyi sani. You're already tired early. So we are very happy to be here. I'm extremely happy that we are holding this workshop here in Rusinga, in Homa Bay County. We had a big debate about where to hold this workshop. It was a big debate in the cabinet. Some people thought maybe we should go to Mombasa. Some said maybe we go to Kisumu. But the majority said we're going to spend so much money, Homa Bay County money, and therefore that money should circulate here in Homa Bay, so that those of us, our investors here in Homa Bay, can feel that their government supports them. And that's why I hope that nobody is going back home. Everybody should sleep around here, in Mbita here, somewhere, so that that your per diem, you find a way of living it around here, so that the businesses here get the sense that they have a government and they have a government that supports them. So as much as possible, we're going to be trying to circulate our money within our economy, because now every county has their money. Kisumu has their money, Siaya have their money, Mombasa have their money. So if you keep taking your money to help other people, you will be that proverbial Raura Mapesa Nerume say, you will be helping people, and you will just, your economy will be dwindling. And you will keep saying that we don't have sufficient hotels, we don't have big enough hotels. Yet, the investors don't get the motivation to grow their facilities. So I'm very happy that we are here. Some people were saying this is Mombasa Ndogo. This is the second largest freshwater lake in the world. So this is not Mombasa Ndogo. This is Homa Bay. It is top of the world. This is Homa Bay, Bana. And where we are taking it, we don't want to be Ndogos. Ndogo of who? Yeah, because this is, you know, here you can swim and you don't have to worry about salt. Mombasa, when you swim, you're worried that you're in salty water. Here it's fresh. So we are the county of endless potential, and we take ourselves as such. Time. Today I was diverted. I came from home today. 10 to 8 I was here, and Grace diverted me for some non-existent breakfast at the people who are settling. Tomorrow, 8 sharp, we must all be here, sharp. By 8:05, if you come, you can take a good walk on see the lake. We will see you again on Wednesday. Because time is money. If we don't invest in the culture of keeping time, we will waste everyone else's time. So let's be here tomorrow. 8 sharp, the program will be starting. So I hope that even if you're coming from Kisumu or wherever you are coming from, just time yourself so that by 8 o'clock, you're seated. And those of us who come to the Revenue Roundtable, you know, I think the cabinet knows. I was surprised that some members were late. We are never late. We start on time. And that's one of the attributes of our endless potential. So let me also congratulate everybody for being here. We have people who've been here for long. Let me see those who've been here since the last government, since the previous government. Let me just see you by a show of hand. Speaker is saying I should start with those who came during local authority. Where are those who came during local authority? I know, Ngeko, you were here before devolution. And Mireri was, I think, treasurer of Rachwanyo County Council. Yes. So then those who are here since the last government, please let me just see you by a show of hands. Thank you. And then those who are here since we came in, those who've been here in this last financial year, since we joined, thank you. Those who are new, you have come in the last 3 months or so. So we are a mix here of old and new. And allow me to congratulate you, those of us who are joining us, for getting this opportunity to serve the people of Homa Bay. From the onset, God has given us this opportunity to serve, to make a difference. Not everyone has it. Imagine we are the creme de la creme of Homa Bay is here. Every decision to make Homa Bay grow or to make Homa Bay fall is made by ourselves. So I think we ought to take this opportunity very, very seriously, because it doesn't come twice, Mr. Perry. This opportunity comes once in our lifetimes. If you use it well, you will live here with a good name. And the Bible talks about a good name. What does the Bible say about a good name? It's better than silver and gold. So a good name is better than riches. And so this opportunity that we have, I want to urge us that we use it in a way that when we sit later on, we don't regret the time that we spent, or we don't say that maybe we should have done this better, maybe we should have done the other better. But when we sit after retiring, we know that we did our very best. And our best may not be the best, but but when we are satisfied that we've done our very best, we will be happy. And I'll tell you that I speak to some people who had an opportunity to serve in this government maybe the last 10 years. And there's the sense that maybe they should have done better. We don't want to live with that sense. We want to live knowing that everything that we had, we gave it our all and the very best that we could. We've made a decision in the last year that Homa Bay is no longer going to be looked for from the bottom. And you know that the last 10 years, 5 years, I don't know how long, and those of you who were in the last time, you know, that when things were coming out in the Gazette, everywhere, Homa Bay was always at the bottom. If we are not number 45, maybe we are 43. I think maybe 30-something. We don't want to be there. We've made that decision that we are tired of being last. We now want to be top. And I think in many, many, many ways, we have, in the last 1 year, proved that it is possible to be the top of this country, because we have some of the best brains in this room here today. Some of the best brains in this country are seated here. And if we add it with conviction, if we add it with, our... there are students who are not necessarily very sharp, but they are very hardworking. If we add it with hard work and we have sharp brains, surely there's no reason why we shouldn't be top of the country. Of course, you all know our population. We are 1.1 million people. I think now we are more. Maybe now we are 1. Are we really 1.3? Maybe we are 1.2, because we are not giving birth. Even here, there's no one who is asking for maternity leave. I've not had anybody. The speaker is saying I should lead by example. And it's not a bad thing. I can lead by example. That would be a good example. So that's our population. Between 2009 and 2019, we didn't grow. We didn't grow very much. I've also always said that Homa Bay is two words: Homa and Bay. Without the Bay, we are only. We don't want to be Homa. We want to be Homa Bay. We want to have our lakefront beautifully done. In Homa Bay town itself, we are thinking through. Right now, if you want to go and enjoy the lake in Homa Bay, are you able to? No, you're not, because we have not created spaces in front of the lake there that we can enjoy. So that is going to be a big part of our agenda, making Homa Bay truly the Bay County that it is. This year we are looking at working with the national government. God willing, if every, sometimes you can be thrown out, but we are hoping that even though we are always in the Mandamano, they don't throw out our programs to do the PIA in Homa Bay, the PIA in Kindu Bay, the PIA here in Bita, landscaping of the lakefront there. Within the next 1 year, the lakefront in Homa Bay will be a place to behold. It will be a place to behold. And we will attract a lot of money into Homa Bay, because when people come even for holidays, even if they're coming from Migori or other places, they will first leave their money here before they go. The other item is our own productivity. We were speaking with some people who were with Polycarp here, and somebody just told us to our face that Homa Bay is a consumer county. Let me not cheat you Homa Bay is a consumer county. When we look at Homa Bay, we are not looking at it as a place where we can get something. We are looking at it as a place where we can sell our produce, because they are a consumer county. Yet, we are one of the most agriculturally productive counties in the country. And therefore, we are looking very, very seriously at the issues of value addition to the many value chains that we have around cotton, around livestock, pineapples, nuts, sweet potatoes, maize, rice, among others. And you may already have heard by now that we are planning on setting up a special economic zone and industrial park at Riwa in Karachuonyo, where we intend to attract investors to add value to some of our value chains. We have started with the Kigoto, the maize miller, but the lessons we're learning is that when it comes to industry, it's a private sector business, private sector affair. Government might try to run industries and so on, but it's not really our business. You can't do it because government is not in the business of making money. So you put in a lot of money, but then you don't get much, or you don't get it running. So with the lessons that we have from there, we are looking at huge private sector involvement at the special economic zone. And the special economic zone, so far, we have had discussions with several investors. One has already taken up land there. They're called Tunasco. They want to do a ginnery, and they want to do a tannery and abattoir. So they will be taking cattle, fattening them, and slaughtering them there, and working on the leather and working on the meat to sell, and also taking in cotton for ginning. So that's one of the investors that we already have, and they're going to do, they've already taken up land there. I've also had discussions with some nuts investors. They want to set up nuts processing, and you know that Homa Bay, every part of Homa Bay can actually grow groundnuts. So we have discussions with the groundnuts people. We're also having discussions with investors in palm oil and oil palm. I think Ogola is looking for land where we can grow oil palm. We left here with a delegation and went to Uganda. Just across here, this lake here, if you just keep going, there's an island. I think if you go from here, it will take us maybe 4 or 5 hours to reach that island. And they're growing a lot of oil palm. And you know that oil palm right now, there's a big debate around edible oils. And the debate around edible oils is before the Russia-Ukraine war, 1 ton of crude palm oil was $500 USD. After the war, it went to 1,900 USD. And then the exchange rate fluctuated from about 102 to now nearly 140. And 90% of the oil we are eating in this country is coming from Malaysia and the other places. They bring in, even all these refineries, you see, they bring in crude palm oil and then they refine it here. With the price going from 500 to 1,900 and the exchange rate going from 100 to 140, you can imagine what amount of problems palm oil people are in. And imagine the same weather conditions we have here in Homa Bay. It's the same weather conditions in Uganda, and they're growing a lot of palm oil. And that is an opportunity that we have as a county so that we can join in producing the crude oil palm. And that is one of the industries that we are also in discussion with to come to Riwa. I was also discussing with Victory Farm is in Kaksingri for now, but they've gotten a lot of money from, I think, some partners that have given them a lot of money to expand their operation. So they were looking for land to go and set up their new expanded EU accredited factory so that they can get fish and take it straight into the EU markets. And I was discussing with them and telling them, instead of buying land, just come to Riwa, we'll give you whatever amount of land you need, you set up there, and then we have, because they're going to create, they intend to create another 300 or so jobs. You're going to create the jobs there, and you don't have to worry about anything. And that way, we are really looking at having a vibrant, we are looking at having a really vibrant industrial park. And these are not stories. I know that we've had many stories in the past of welcome investor. But we don't want to go back there. So anything we are talking about, we only talk after we feel that this is actually a viable front. We have had a lot of focus on health, and we've put a big priority on health services to our people. And this financial year, we're still going to be putting a lot of focus on improving health services for our people. And that means that when our people go to our health facilities, they should find services. What we need everybody here to help us with is enrollment onto NHIF. We need as many of our people as possible to enroll onto NHIF so that we can have better health outcomes. You know that our health outcomes have not been very good, but we are hopeful that with the laser focus, we can change the trajectory of our health numbers. We had a manifesto, the DG and I, Genoa and Dongrok manifesto. I hope that we will have an opportunity to have it presented. Is it, Prof, are you going to present the Genoa and Dongrok manifesto? Or is it part of the program? Yeah, I think we should present that manifesto, because everything that we do should be guided by the manifesto and the promises that we made to our people. This year, Dr. Low, I know every time I would speak to the former governor, I said, this is the year of water. Now, that's it. We want to provide water to our people. We promised them that nobody should walk more than a kilometer looking for water. I think this year you have tried, and you will tell us on our work planning day, you will tell us how far we've gone with our water provision. I didn't see Omawasko here, but Omawasko must avail water, especially in our urban areas. The department must avail water in our rural areas. But we can't walk in Homa Bay every day and the story is there's no water. I think we must turn that around this year. As much as possible, our people should have water. I don't know how many of us live in Homa Bay town here. Do you have water? There's no water. So, Dr. Low, you can see, if your own staff here have no water, then we have a long way to go in that. We need water in our taps, and I don't think it's rocket science. We must try and do our best. And we have said that we are planning on being one of the most climate resilient counties. So that's also a matter that is within your area and that we need to look at. Our education, sector. If you walk into any school in Homa Bay and you're shown the worst classroom in that school, it's going to be which classroom? Yes, it's going to be the I. If you're just told, look for the mabati that has rusted, that is falling, that is dusty, that is most likely going to be the I classroom, because the other classroom, CDF has really tried to, in our different constituencies, CDF has tried to improve the upper level classes. So our classes have become an ISO. And so this year we must work on, this year, next year, year after next, we must work hard on getting our eye centers to be places where should be the best really in the school, because that's where our babies are, and that's where our very, very young children are going, of course, together with scholarships and bursaries and all the things that we provide under education. I want to speak to the issue of performance and integrity. As I said at the beginning, before we joined the county a while back, there was the impression that people who are working in the county, that if you work in the county, you'll have a lot of money. Did you ever hear that story? So me, when I left Parliament, I thought when I come to become governor, there'll be a lot of money. What I found is quite the opposite. When I was in Nairobi, kuna vichochoro unaweza enda, you can come with some money. But here in the county, you have to make a decision, because these are our people. We are working for our people. The people you're working for are your brothers, your sisters, your mashemeji, your children. We have to make a decision to provide service, and provide service with integrity. That must be our biggest decision, to provide service with integrity. Just knowing that even if you live here with just that your salary, you will have made a difference for these people who are our people, who are our sisters, who are our brothers. So I really want to stress on the issue of integrity. And integrity, as you know, is doing the right thing when no one is watching. We're also going to try our best to make your working environment possible. I know now we are struggling a lot, even with the issue of offices. I know some of you, even since you came, you don't have an office to sit. Or maybe you're sitting there in turns. When somebody's sitting, somebody's standing. Then when the other person is sitting, the other person is walking around. This year we have made a decision as a cabinet that we are partnering with the County Pensions Fund to put up county headquarters. So we are going to be putting up county headquarters, and the decision was made that it's going to be in Arujo, where the animal feed was supposed to be, because the animal, it has been noted that with the airport now fully functional, it is not possible to do an animal feed there because it's on the flight path. And if you have animal feed being made there, birds will come. And if birds come, and that's a flight path, it will endanger the flight. So the animal feed plant, the decision has been made to take it to Riwa together with the other industries, and then there is where we're going to do the county headquarters. And the county headquarters, in the next 1 year, it should be done. It will start this year, maybe next month but one, and it should be done within the year, so that every department will have a whole wing where your CC, chief officer, directors, everybody can sit and fit in that particular wing. So it will be many stories, and everybody should be able to fit. So even if you're suffering a bit for now, just suffer a bit. Soon we will be out of that suffering. You know that many counties did their county headquarters in the last 10 years. We were not lucky to have ours done, but we're going to make sure that this year we have it, and everybody will have space to sit. You will realize that we are a county of endless potential, but the resources are minimal. But within those minimal resources, we will make sure that everybody is taken care of. The other thing that we've managed to do in this financial year is to ensure every department is busy with something. Previously, there are departments that you just come and sit, and the whole year passes without you having done anything. But right now, even if the money is minimal, the way the assembly gives it to us, we ensure that every department is busy, is doing something. Everywhere where you are, there will be activity for you to do in terms of service. Agriculture, we are looking forward to you people increasing the acreage, volume of production for our products. We are happy that this year, I know you'll give us the figures, but I know that this year we have a much bigger harvest than we did in the previous years because of the support that we gave. And we hope that this coming year we can do even better. Mechanized agriculture. Somebody was telling me that it's only here. I mean, that there are places in this country where people are no longer using oxen to plow. But you know, here, we are still using oxen to plow. I think we should increasingly move towards mechanization, and then aggregation of our products. Now we are going to have an aggregation center. The industrial park is going to have aggregation as well. We hope that we can work there and have, even if somebody is just doing 1 acre of watermelon, they should have a place where once they harvest it, they can take it and market can be found for it somewhere else. Trade, this year we must have a functioning SEZ and the KAIP. Lazima ifanyike. And you must find investors to come in there. So that's going to be a big area for us. By the time we're going to the next devolution conference, we will have a lot of products that are made in Homa Bay. We must have a thriving and well-supported MSMEs, SACCOs and cooperatives. There's no way we will put money in people's pockets, there you are saying, Polycarp, without cooperatives and bringing our people together. Homa Bay must become the tourism or tourist destination that it is. And you know, we've done a lot in this last year, but we must do more in the coming year to make Homa Bay the tourist destination that it is. In terms of lands and urban development, you have now 5 municipalities. These municipalities must take off. Yeah, the municipalities must take off. They must settle. They must begin to do their work. Affordable housing is there. You'll continue with it. We are always at your doorstep for land. So you must continue to provide us with land for oil palm, land for groundnuts, and all the land that we need. And every investment, you know that we always come to you for land, and so far you've done very, very well. We are going to have the fish market that we are doing together with the national government. That will be yourself. And then, you know, if Homa Bay is supposed to become a city, within the next decade, it means we must make it the city that it is, which means that we must change the face. We must do NMT, we must do landscaping, we must make it beautiful. And we're going to work together on that. Dr. Lo, today when I passed through Homa Bay, it's very dirty. When I came to Mbita, I was hiding under the car so that people can't see me. Because the amount of garbage that is just on the road, I don't know if any of you saw, but there is this is our tourist city. But the garbage is just on the road. Even if it's Mandamano, our cleaners should be on standby. If they pour takataka, they take the takataka. So I hope that by evening when I'm taking a walk on the lake, there will be no takataka there. We must keep our cities clean if we are serious, because cleanliness is next to godliness. Blue economy. You know that we want to work together with our beaches, our BMUs, to ensure that we have a thriving fishing industry that puts money in the pockets of our fisher folk. We want to develop our lakefront, and we want to be a digital county. So I hope that all these guys, soon they will not be carrying books and papers. Soon you should provide them with gadgets so that they are able to, operate digitally. You can't operate digitally? Oh, good. Yeah, very, very good. Health, as I'd said, we need all our facilities on NHIF. I know you guys are planning that. We have to see the end of maternal and child mortality. Our referral there has to be the best in the region. Rosalind, I was there. There's a lot of work to be done there, because every time you think you've made many steps forward, you're making many steps back. So I think you guys have the target of 60% of Homa Bay people being on NHIF. We hope that can happen. Our roads, we hope to have an enviable road network. Our roads, especially to health facilities and our beaches. We need to have a fleet of well-serviced vehicles to enable us have good service delivery. We are looking forward to having a public ferry on Lake Victoria here, and expansion of the Kabunde airport, because in Homa Bay now we land, we don't arrive, we land. I hope that any of you going to Nairobi, please don't go, unless you really must. Just go to Kabunde. The flight is good. In fact, you're given soda and biscuit there. It's very good. It's not like the other ones where you go to Kisumu, you've driven, you're tired. All you can get is Jumbo Jet. They're selling you everything there. So let's use our Kabunde. I came by that. We came with the Governor Emeritus yesterday. It's full. The flight is doing well. But for us to ensure that the provider adds the number of days, we need to aggressively market it. So gender people, you said you are the most youthful. Yeah, although I thought blue economy was very youthful, but gender was also very youthful people. So, we're looking forward to, your department is the heart, because you have the women, you have the youth, you have the, persons with disabilities, you have the heart of our electorate, and we hope that you can take good care of them. We have the issue of teenage pregnancies. That is a big problem for us. We are the second highest in the country in terms of teenage pregnancies. We hope that you can work together with health to reduce these teenage pregnancies. I know now we have a stadium there. We want to ensure that we have one of the best sporting facilities in the region, and we attract people and games to come there, and also preservation of our cultural sites and including them in our tourism circuit. Education, there was one thing I didn't mention, which is our VTCs, and then also the human capital development aspect, which I think we must really focus on. Finance, we said that we're going to have an on-source revenue now of 2.4 billion, 2.3 or 2.4, whatever that number is. You guys must raise it. I saw many deputy directors of revenue here. It's nice to have the title, lakini sasa hakutakuwa na kucheka. Now tutapambana tu with that revenue so that we raise it. Finance, we don't want audit queries. We want a clean audit. We agreed from the beginning. We want an unqualified audit. We want strong and facilitative finance systems. I think the new people here, there are two animals you're going to want to see. I know Mr. Pere asked, can I see this animal? Called IB. Called IB. Even if I offended this animal called IB, let me see them and ask for forgiveness so that things can come out of this IB. And something called IFMIS. Hey! So I think what we want is efficient systems so that people know that there can be turnaround time that also enables us to do our work. Because if things disappear inside the IB, Wanga, you said go and enter with it in the IB and ensure you come out with it, because things can disappear inside there. So I think that is going to be our really, looking at this year, we don't want people crying every time that they are waiting for things to come out of IB. You should make your system seamless, predictable, so that people know that if I apply for my DSA, how long will it take for it to turn around if it is in the budget? So I think that is very, very important for everybody. And we're looking forward to receiving awards and mentions for good PFM observance and international accounting standard. In terms of governance, administration, and evolution, our good governance, integrity, everything is in your hands. We want a well-run public participation, with the people at the center. We want to communicate the things that we are doing, because you can do a lot, but if people don't know what you're doing, then you're just at zero. So we want to see strong communication going out there. We want you to work on partnerships so that we can have multiple partners, including donors. And then also a responsive disaster management, a strong inspectorate and enforcement. You guys are our backbone. Don't let us down. County Attorney, we are happy to have you. We have many cases. We hope you can defend us. We can defend us well and create a good relationship between us and the judiciary and other legal sector partners. And then also to ensure that we are in full compliance with all our statutory and regulatory requirements. The County Secretary, we are looking up to you to have a well-cultured and performing civil service with happy and content staff. People must be happy. We must make our staff happy and content, where the people feel that they are fairly treated, people feel that there is no favoritism, and that everybody is fairly treated, and that we have a good working relationship with the county assembly and with other intergovernmental organs. And we also have high-performing county entities, such as our boards, our Revenue Board, Public Service Board, Investment Board. The staff in my office, like the Chief of Staff and others, you must help me in coordinating all this and delivering in the vision. I've made many remarks because I'm counting on you people to help us deliver services to our people. You are the people who are going to help us with this vision. So I want you to be fired up. I want you to know that all this rises with you and falls with you. We ask that all of us come here so that we all carry this vision together. We are people-centered, and this is a political position. The position that I hold today, together with the DG, it's politics. All of you come from villages here in Homa Bay. Don't wear coats and suits, and you don't know. You clock the gate for your neighbor. Your neighbors, they can't reach you, and they hate the government because they can never reach you. You don't contribute in funerals. You are just clean and nice civil servants. So I'm also counting on you for the politics. Because this work, this position, we must sit on it for 10 years. Not 5 years, 10. And that 10 years, it is going to be you working together for us to deliver the 10 years. So, please, this, as much as you're civil servants, this is also a political position. So while you guys might be civil servants, lazima mjipange pia ground. When I was receiving the chief officers, I told them that when we were having the campaign in 2017, we were told that there are some people, we hide them behind the curtain so that the governor could get votes. We don't want you. I don't want you to be the people we are being told to hide behind the curtain. You should be people who, when we come to your areas, now people will be happy because you have been working well with them. I've seen people in this our civil service. They're also in this our civil service, but they're also campaigning for UDA. This is an ODM government, this one. This one, ni yenye tunakalia, ni ya ODM. We are ODM people, we are Baba's people. Our leader is Raila Amolo Odinga. If you are in UDA, we can't work together. Yeah. And you can't have your cake and eat it. You can't be eating in an ODM government and supporting UDA on the other side. No. That we can't agree. I know the national government is UDA. Even them, they're telling their people there that when you're working there, you must support UDA. But ours here in Homa Bay, we are ODM. We work as an ODM government. And that applies to your staff. Please talk to your staff, the staff who work in your department, and tell them, we are an ODM government, na sisi wote tufuate chenye our government is talking about. And that doesn't mean that we don't work with the national government. We work with the national government because it's a constitutional imperative that the two levels of government are distinct but interdependent. But you cannot propagate policies of another political party. See, tunaelewana? So you guys, I'm counting on you. Let's walk this journey together. We said all of us should be here so that we work together to shikane. We are a government for the people, by the people. There are people who are not here with us, but they're the people who helped us to get into this space. They will come to your offices. They might not have clean shirts or clean clothes. They might come sometimes with slippers or a collar. They might come with torn collars because they have been toiling on the ground there. Please help me to take care of them. Those are our mobilizers. Those are our people. Those are the ones who, at the end of the day, helped us to come into these positions. Please treat them well. Please help me to take care of them from the positions that you hold. With those many remarks, I wish us all a very productive workshop for the next 5 days that will be here. Asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki. And I declare this workshop officially open.